That's her, isn't it?
I want to change your opinion about lawyers. If you've been hurt, I'll go after the big polluters, the ones who hurt your children, and I will make them pay.
Put Jennifer Wilson in your corner. She'll fight for you.
Well, since you are a highly qualified professional, then it would be virtually impossible for you to have left out an unmarked plastic milk carton full of pesticides for a young child to find, wouldn't it, Mr. McLean? At least, that's what I'm supposed to believe after that inspiring resume of your glorious achievements in pest control. But tell me, Mr. McLean, if you're such a wonderful professional, where's your documentation for that job?
I didn't have time.
You didn't even write out a service slip? But isn't that your company's policy, to write out a service slip for every job? In fact, Mr. McLean, isn't that a policy that was set by you?
Well, I was rushed that day.
Well, that makes it all better, doesn't it? Big, important man like you gets a little rushed, so he may let a few things slide. Little things, like service slips and unmarked containers full of deadly pesticides.
I did not leave that unmarked container there. I would never...
Of course you didn't. And we should believe you, too, because you're such a nice guy, and you've even been on TV. But this is a court of law, Mr. McLean, and the law requires proof to back up your story, incredible as it may seem, even for a fine, upstanding pillar of the community as yourself. And when we are confronted with a young boy who was poisoned after drinking from a container that had your fingerprints all over it and your company's name on the bottom, then we are supposed to just take your word that you know nothing about it, you have no idea how it got there.
I am a professional. I would never do that.
A professional. Let's talk about your training, Mr. McLean. Where's your documentation? Where is any shred of paperwork that proves you know anything about safety, rules and regulations, quality control, or even how to safely set a mousetrap without hurting somebody? All you have produced is a commercial pesticide applicator's license and a few certificates that any rookie could get.
Look, I have attended many programs and I am...
Don't tell me. Let me guess. We'll just have to take your word for it. Well, I've got a news flash for you, Mr. McLean. I don't believe you. Little Joey Willing's mother doesn't believe you. In fact, I think you'd be hard-pressed to find anybody in this entire community that believes you. In a court of law, the truth is the written word. And although you give us lots of words, none of them are written. There is no documentation. Just your tired, old act about being such a good guy. Well, it was corny in your TV commercials, Mr. McLean, but it's pathetic here.